Hey, thanks for watching. Really exciting video today. I had a Be Better Golfer, one of you guys sent me a video just yesterday. And it was such a crazy before and after that I had to share with everybody because I think it shows really like what's possible. Like I think this is the outer limit of what's possible as far as like a human before and after in the golf swing. For somebody too, it's not like you get a lot of before and afters that's like pretty impressive. If somebody's been playing golf for like just a little bit, like, you know, say they just started and then like a year later, you know, they've improved a ton because you never really knew their potential. But for Be Better Golfers, like most people watching the channel, they've been playing golf for years and they're trying to figure out a way to break that plateau. Well, that's what happened with this guy called Schuyler Robinson. So thank you to Schuyler for sending these videos to me. What happened with him was he was watching videos on my channel and trying to gain speed, and he'd always been pretty athletic, but never really hitting it like that far. So he was doing 155 miles an hour ball speed and 110 miles an hour club head speed. Then he watched this particular series of videos on the channel, and over the last year, he's had an insane, like unbelievable gain in speed. And also accuracy has been basically the same or a little better as well. So this video is going to be all about how this guy did this and what the key was on getting him faster and like so much faster in such a short amount of time. So it's been basically about like he started this about 10 months ago or so, and then everything really after 10 months of work really started clicking in the last 3 months. And I'm putting this video up because I think a lot of people can learn from this, because I think I made a mistake when I did a certain series because I missed out on a crucial thing that I had done in the Bryson DeChambeau makeover video that I didn't bring with me to this series that Schuyler really started to figure some things out on his own and then gave me some feedback that was just like blew my mind. Like what he did is just so awesome that I wanted to show you guys. So check it out, it's coming up right now. Someone emailed me the craziest before and after I've ever seen, and I wanted to share that with you today. So we're going to get into that. So I'm going to the video now, so I'm scrubbing through everything. This is everything that we're going to look at today. This is a guy called Schuyler Robinson, so thank you so much for sending me that. He sent me this through my Telegram channel. You can follow me on Telegram at the link in the video. Schuyler sent me this before swing, so let's just check it out here. This is the before swing. This was in February of 2021, exactly a year ago. Okay, pretty powerful move, and certainly he looks like super fit, but wasn't getting much out of it. There's 154.4 miles per hour ball speed, and ball speed is really what we're looking at. Let me see if I can see. Yeah, and club head speed 110. So not the best strike, and like, you know, fast, but not exceedingly fast. So here is now a year later. So this is just a couple days ago, and I'll tell you what the video was. It was a Be Better Golf video that made this change. So let's check it out now and see the after. Wow. So instead of 110, he's raised his club head speed 100 and wow, he's raised his club head speed 19 miles an hour to 129.4. And his ball has gone from 155 to 194. Well, 193. So he's increased his ball speed. Like, I've never heard of an increase like that. So he's increased his ball speed 39 miles an hour. That's crazy. Like, you've got to like pull the finger math out to even figure like how many miles an hour more that is. That's just wild. And his club head speed, this is the fastest one he ever did, 130. So 100. So he's done 20 miles an hour more ball speed. So let's just, before I get into this, I want you guys don't cheat, because I want to see how resonant some of the things on the channel are. But what do you think the difference was in the last year that we've done on the channel that got Schuyler from looking like this and then looking like this? So what do you think the actual differences are? And then what video do you think actually did it for him? So I talked to Schuyler and I said, okay, well, like, how'd you do this? And he says to me that he only did this by watching the videos, that he watched the videos, specifically these videos with Drew Cooper, So here's, if you guys saw when I went to Napa and I did stuff with Drew Cooper, he said that that whole series was just so inspiring to him and really just changed his entire philosophy on the backswing. And what Schuyler said specifically was that he started to feel, and I'll tell you his specific feel, the one kind of key that made it click is what he said, to get this insane gain in speed. So here's before, okay, and here's after. Get the feet going. So here's one of his ones that's in the 150s for ball speed, and here's one of his swings that's in the 190s for ball speed. So over 30 miles an hour more ball speed. So he said that it was the videos with Drew Cooper on the channel that really did it for him. So let's look at Drew's swing. This is from Drew's great Instagram, D_Cooper86. So follow Drew on Instagram. All right, so here's 145 miles an hour club head speed from Drew in San Diego. So I want to particularly pay attention in this video to what Drew does before he takes the club away and then what he does in his backswing. Okay, and then let's go to one of Drew's swings. It was when I saw him in Napa. He's put on about maybe 4 to 6 miles an hour of club head speed since then, with a little bit higher of a peak. So this is before he was competing and stuff even. Drew's like doing stuff before the backswing. So Schuyler said specifically what was the difference for him was he felt like he was making a backswing as hard and fast as possible, and then waiting and being really patient as possible in the downswing. So that's kind of totally 180 degrees opposite of what most people do and what Schuyler was doing before. So let's look at his before swing here. Basically nothing's happening in his backswing here before the club starts moving. He's just standing there, not doing anything. So we're going to go through this kind of slow. Sorry for the tapping. Basically nothing's happening, and then he starts to move the club and trying to get athletic. So it's kind of a careful backswing. He does get loaded, and then he's trying to do all of his athleticness on the downswing. Now we can see, like, he certainly, even in this video, you can see, like, this is a guy with, like, you know, he's built rock solid. So he certainly has potential for speed, but, like, wasn't using it. But that's a lot of people have, like, a ton of potential for speed, not using it. Then, so that was 155. So then afterwards, let's see what Schuyler's doing. So this is his words, not mine. But from those videos, he got that he kind of made the connection that it had to be the fastest and most forceful backswing that he could make, and then an almost equally patient downswing. So it's like fast and forceful. So watch how much stuff happens before the backswing, before the club even moves. So leg kicks, the pressure trace would be going like crazy before the handle even moves. Then, you know, if you gotta move the club fast, you can't do that. You can't snatch it away thusly. You know, can't do that. You're gonna have to, there is gonna be a little bit of handle drag, and he's got kind of extreme handle drag here, but he's going for extreme speed because he's interested in how fast he can absolutely make it go. So he's really gets everything moving this way. And then at this point, he's trying to be really patient, and he's really just reacting to what he did in the backswing. Let's go to face on. So the before face on, you can see, like, when we saw that video with Kennedy at Dr. Kwon's place, see how Dr. Kwon, we know for sure that he would be saying his backswing is basically doing nothing before the club moves, and then it's too peaceful on the way back, especially for how much power this guy could generate. So, and then he makes his downswing trying to get athletic, where it's a 180 degrees different here, where the backswing is really athletic. So he's getting his feet going. That's, you know, his kind of idiosyncrasy. Like, he likes to, okay, I got to get athletic. So we've seen Kyle Berkshire do his stomps. We've seen, I think Jason Esslinger does his kind of step around, the Pasta Man, or whoever that guy is that does that big step. You know, all these different long drive hitters, they have like kind of different idiosyncrasies, but they all involve prepping the body in a way to get it moving, which is kind of what Hogan and Trevino did as well. So he's getting his feet going. Then there's a I can't say for sure without seeing the pressure trace, but he's definitely pushing off the left foot, getting up into the right, and he is super athletic on the way back. And he looks about as wide as Bubba is there. Big turn, huge turn. Not afraid to let the left elbow bend a little bit. And then he's saying in the downswing, he is trying to kill it, but he's really trying to have patience more than anything. And see the right foot goes back a la Greg Norman a little bit. There's just so much more active stuff going on. So in talking to Schuyler, he really resonated with this video where we were throwing the medicine ball. But I had it wrong in that video because I was really concentrated on how far I could make the medicine ball go forward. I was trying to beat Drew in this contest. I'm making the medicine ball go like all the way into the vineyard on the other side of his fence. Whereas Drew, watch Drew do it. And this is something that Schuyler, this is why like I love interacting with people who watch the videos, because it's something that Schuyler came up with that I should have honed in on and known myself. Drew is rocking it around, and he's really thinking on the backswing as to be the thing that slings it into this, rather than when I was doing it, I just kind of spin and sit and then throw it, rather than Drew. He's getting a little resonance going, and then he throws it, and he beats me by about 6 feet with that 15-pound medicine ball or 12-pound medicine ball. So comparing the two of ours, see how it's totally different what Drew's doing, and I didn't pick up on this. But after trying to get speed for a little bit, Schuyler started to think, like, it's the backswing that has got to be really forceful, which is super similar to what I did in the video about Bryson DeChambeau's golf swing change, where he made his backswing insanely active and fast and athletic. I didn't hear Bryson talk about being super patient in the downswing, but that's kind of some of what he was saying later if you look at some of those Chris Como videos. So now let's go to just Drew's regular golf swing. We don't want to see slow motion right now because you see it a lot better. And so Drew, similar to what Schuyler's doing now, he's setting into the lead side, and then he drifts to the right, and then the club goes. So there's all kinds of stuff happening before then the club goes. If you want speed, you can't really just be statically standing there. You've got to get some force going before the motion all the way back, and then Drew does the same thing. Drew feels like he starts going back again to the target about there. Or sometimes he feels when his hands get to his right leg, that's when he starts the process of going back towards the target. But normally he says right about at rib high or so, he's starting the process of now going back towards the target. Even though you don't see it, that's when basically the brakes on his backswing are starting. So it's a lot. Because and then Schuyler said to me, it was the Dr. Kwon videos that really nailed it home as far as like, oh yeah, like now, how am I actually going to do it? Because he's been feeling that. And then that really nailed it home. So there's a great synergy between what Drew was talking about, what Dr. Kwon's talking about. So what Dr. Kwon would tell you is that it's great, like really large initial force. And then that initial force needs to be stopped. So that means a great braking force at the top, which then turns into a reaction. The downswing is a reaction to that initial force and that braking, and that sets you up in a great position to just smash it. So that's, people describe it differently, but I think that's a great way to describe it, is a fast, forceful backswing and then a very patient downswing. And that's one of the things that Dr. Kwon said to me was like, hey, I feel like you take a 100% effort backswing and like an 80% effort downswing, and that's a big key for a lot of people. So here's Drew in slow motion. It's cut off. There we go. So we can see a little bit of a preset, and then force first, and then motion both ways. Here's Drew at his backyard, and that was 203 ball speed. So all right. So then I did this. So that was what was missing in my video from Napa. Is I was kind of getting it set into this position and then giving it a ton of force this way. What I really should have been thinking of is really, a really forceful backswing that goes. So we're going to watch this for a second. So watch this. So all I'm trying to do is throw that medicine ball this way. So up, and behind me, but like not behind me this way. I'm trying to throw it behind me that way. like basically just a little bit inside the line. I don't want the ball to land too far behind me there, the medicine ball. When I'm throwing it, it's going like that. So that means you have to give it, so let's go to the video. We give it a little preset because I have to move this thing. This is a little too heavy. This is, I think, a 15-pound smash ball. So to do that, you can see that is a huge heave to get it there. And then you can see at the top how really you're tall. If I'm this way, I'm tall and extended. It almost looks like Justin Thomas's top. And you do get a little bit, let's go back to the beginning. You do get a little bit of drift. People are always asking me like, okay, how much should I sway or how much should I drift? I mean, it's different. It's really about, I'm putting the pressure in the ground. I go that way, and then I'm putting the pressure in the ground on the right leg that stops me. But if you want a number, like 1.5 inch drift on to the right. So then we go to the top like that, and then a very patient through swing. So that would be the drill, the takeaway to do that. I would say like a 6-pound medicine ball or something like that. I wouldn't say 15 pounds like I had there. I'll have to go to the range to show this. There is a way now to do this, and because what Schuyler's trying to do, he's like having a blast just figuring out like, hey, I was 155, now I'm 194. Like, he wants to see where this can go to. Like, he wants to see if he can get into actually doing long drive. So because that's what's fun for him. For me, like, I want to actually play golf. And for most of the people watching these videos, like, you know, we want to play golf, so we want to keep it on the planet. So, but the idea is, I think I would like to see people develop this athleticism and the underlying athleticism at almost these like very high forces, and then try to have that inform even your little swing, so that you can make this big, huge heaving motion like this, you know, on one that you're trying to swing 130 miles an hour or whatever you're capable of, 100%. But then even when you're swinging at like 80%, hey, it's all the same forces are there. Just the volume is turned down. The forces are there. The sequence is there. So it's a little bit smaller of a heave and a little bit smaller of a turn. But the timing of it and the forces are exactly the same if you're hitting a small one or another one. That's why on the channel, when we do the Be Better Golf Schools, I've done a lot of Be Better Golf Schools now, like over 25 or so, with like 5 or 6 different instructors. The thing that gets people better, the absolute fastest, I'll probably do another video on this in the future, is waist to waist swings. No, really rib to rib swings. So you take your hands to the ribs on this side and you take your hands to the ribs on that side. And you're hitting like a pitching wedge that only carries 60 yards and a 7-iron that only carries like 90 yards and a driver that only carries 100 yards. I'm sorry, that's not right. It's pitching wedge. It's actually an exact formula. It's pitching wedge 40 yards, 7-iron 66 yards, and driver 100-yard carry. But you can do that till you're blue in the face. And if you're just like doing a hinge and hold like this with the hands and you're doing that, you're educating the hands a little bit, but you're really learning nothing about your body and how your body should move to actually help that inform your full swing. So you learn it like I'm doing here with some big force and motion. So you might learn it like that, and you're going to learn it with the step drills and doing other things in really big motion. Then you want to take those forces in your body and say, and ask yourself, you got to really be introspective with this. Like, okay, how does that feel? And how can I do that same feel, but in a smaller motion when I'm trying to actually hit it in the center of the face? Then you start building it back up from the ground. So we went huge, and then we're going smaller, but with that same kind of pressure trace, that same ground force pattern. And then you start building it up from there to bigger and bigger. And then at some point, you're hitting full swing shots with the same mechanic that you built from the little shots. And that's basically the philosophy of the golf schools, and why a lot of people are getting a lot better with those. I'll do a long video on this because I think it'll help people. But Schuyler, congratulations. He's having an absolute blast, just nuking the ball now in a way that like he wasn't thinking he would be able to. I mean, he always thought he had potential, but he never thought like, you know, now he's thinking, you know, golf swing speeds in the 190s. And the cool thing about it is that he's going to be able to play golf now in the 180s or the high 170s or the 180s, and that's going to be like a golf course swing. So we're going to keep updated on what Schuyler's up to, and also I'm going to get back with Drew Cooper. All right, if you've watched this far, please join the Be Better Golf Telegram group. I was doing an application process or whatever before, but I think the best way to do it is like just at the end of like a very long like golf nerd style video, I'll just tell you where the link is. And anybody who's watched this long certainly deserves to get into the Telegram group. Telegram is a new app. It's my favorite app. And I mean, YouTube's my favorite, but Telegram is my favorite, like back and forth app for like finding out what people are doing. It's like 1,000 times, maybe 1,000,000 times better than Twitter. So there's the Be Better Golf Telegram, and I'll put the link for that, for the Be Better Golf Telegram chat and the Be Better Golf Telegram stream in the link to this video. So follow me there. There is going to be coming up 4 days of golf schools with Dr. Kwon in San Diego at the Grand. So we're going to do a 2-day school on a Thursday, Friday, and a 2-day school on a Saturday, Sunday. And stay tuned to bebettergolf.net/school to see when those open up. Or send me an email, contactbebettergolf@gmail.com, to get an email immediately when the schools open up. Because we're negotiating with the Grand right now, and Sean Cox, the amazing pro that's there. But it's looking like it's going to happen. So we just have to figure out all the logistics and stuff like that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, go to Telegram, and on Telegram, send me your swing, and let's work together. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.